Hello, online crew, and welcome to today's live where I'm going to show you something pretty interesting. And the title of my live is Do This to Change Your Reality and Results. And what I'm going to show you, I found fascinating, and I know you'll find fascinating as well. Well, I hope you do, because it is. So I'll get to that in a minute. How are you? This is the beginning of the week, and at the beginning of every week, I share something to do with personal growth, personal development, so you can show up being the best version of yourself, because that's what it's actually going to take to build a really big business, or being a 6 or 7 sort of figure earner. It comes down to you. Like I was just saying, we've just had a 3-hour call with the amazing people. Are any of them on live? The amazing people in my VIP program. And what were we talking about? I've talked way too long already. Let's see how this live goes. I get distracted like that. I've talked for 3 hours already, and I can't remember what I was going to say, so let's move on. But stay with me, because this is fascinating what we're going to talk about. It'll come back to me in a second. Oh my gosh. That's what I was going to say. See, it always comes back. Does that happen to any of you, where you forget what you're going to say and about 30 seconds later your brain catches up with you? So what we were talking about, one of the things is, when you want to build your business on social media, a lot of things that we talk about is, content creation and lead generation, and attracting people to you, and all stories and reels and TikTok and all the things. Oh, I'm talking about TikTok a little bit later this week, so stay tuned, because you want to hear that. All the things. But you can have all the skills underneath the sun, but if you don't believe in yourself, and you don't believe you can be a 6-7 figure earner, and you've got money blocks, and you've got things that are blocking you and being really successful, then none of those skills matter, because it really comes down to you. So tell me, do any of you feel like you block your success a little bit? That there's things that you struggle with, that you feel like, there's a bit of a block in you becoming really successful, whether that's, your confidence or lack of skills in a certain area or whatever. So what we're going to talk about today should release those blocks if you take it seriously, okay? Now, warning, some of you might think this is a little woo-woo, because I did initially, but the more study I've done on this, and I'm using my sister's expertise, and I'll show you what I mean. I've got some pictures for you that I'm going to show you with this as well. Some of you may know, a lot of you probably don't. My sister and I are only 18 months apart. Our mum died of breast cancer. Allison's had breast cancer. That's my sister's name. She's, had chemo and radio and all those kind of things. She's in remission at the moment, but she's done a lot of work on herself through that journey. So she's done some amazing training and some amazing things, and she did this little experiment that I want to share with you. So these photos are hers, not mine, but they're fascinating. So I'll get to that in a minute. If we've not met before, my name's Helen Martin. I'm your online captain. This is just a little bit of fun for our online crew community here of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, social sellers, all of the above. And you would like to build your business by leveraging social media, but you want to do it in a way where you're a human before a marketer. Like, you've got real integrity, and you want to build your business with, authenticity. That's what I'm all about. So if that's what you're about, you're in the right place. So before I get into the content, just want to say hello to, we've got Cherie on live, we've got Joanne, we've got Tonya, we've got Donna. How are you guys? We've got Melissa in the house, we've got Laurie, who has started the video challenge. So for those that have registered for the video challenge, you either started yesterday or today on day 1, depending on the time zone. So all the best to those that have registered for just a 10-day online crew video challenge. Really embrace it and have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so let me get on to the topic. And I'm getting there. Clubhouse, join us tomorrow. We're going to talk about planning for 2023, setting yourself up for success for that. Coaching community members, we're really digging deep into that. You just have to watch that training. And later in the week, I am talking about TikTok and some other things. Okay, so that's what's happening. If you want to know what's happening on the week, just go to helenmartinonline.com/events. And every Monday we update that link as to what's going on where. So that's where you need to go. Okay, so I'm going to say this statement and it's going to trigger something for you. You're either going to go, yeah, I've heard of that before. That's really cool. I'd like to know a little bit more about that. Or, what the hell is she talking about? That's woo-woo stuff. Okay, so what's triggered for you when I say this? Change your frequency. Change your life. How do you absorb that sentence? Stay with me. Do not jump off this live. I want to hear from you if you think like, yeah, I kind of heard that, but I don't know what it means. Or is that woo-woo stuff, Helen? What are you talking about? Or yeah, I know a little bit about that, but I haven't really looked into it enough. What gets triggered for you when I say that? Change your frequency, change your life. And I'm going to prove this to you. So don't go anywhere. Okay, if you're one of those, or she's going woo-woo on me, don't you go anywhere. Okay, so I've got a few video challenges here. Oh, no, I can't see you, Christina Abbott. Sorry, I can't see you, CA. I think that's Christina Abbott. Me in the video challenge, yes. Hi, Beth. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Laurie. Okay, Laurie's the only one brave enough to say how she feels. Woo-woo, but I know there's something to it. So that's probably a fair comment for a lot of you watching. Woo-woo, but, you know, good comment, Tonya. Tell me more. Okay, Tonya's listening. She doesn't really know, perhaps, but she's like, tell me more. So this is a super cool experiment. I'm not sure who that is, but maybe it's the VIPs who saw. Anyway, one thing I want to share with you, and look this up after this video, like write down this name, Emoto, E-M-O-T-O, Dr. Emoto's water experiment. Okay, Dr. Emoto's water experiment. His first name is Masaru or something like that. Okay, so just listen up. What he did was took tap water and he froze it. So he froze it so he could look at the molecules of the frozen tap water. Now, when he did this and he froze the water, he put labels on all the discs of the frozen water. And those labels were love and thanks, I hate you, you make me sick, joy. Joy is one of the higher frequencies. So stay with me here, guys. You got to listen to this because I got some pretty cool photos to show you in a second. Full and gratitude. Okay. Now, they're just labels on the water. So the label of love and thanks, a label of hate you. And then under the microscope, he would take this tap water and look at the impression of it. You're going to have to Google it to really know what I mean by this. But it was the difference between like a beautiful crystal forming, like almost looking like a flower when he looked under the microscope. So the one that said love and thanks, when he was looking under the microscope, it looked like a beautiful flower and all the molecules were beautifully formed. And the one that said, I hate you, you make me sick, was all over the place and scattered and stuff like that. Okay? Now hold that thought. To get the visuals from that, you're going to need to Google that, Dr. Emoto's water experience, just to prove a point, okay? Now, my sister, who I was just talking about, she's gone through a lot. So she's gone through a lot of healing and, a lot of personal development herself. And she did, have you ever heard of the rice experiment? Anyone heard of that? If you don't know, I'll explain it to you and I'll show you her photos. So these photos I'm about to show you are from her experiment, which started 3 years ago. So these photos are a progression of 3 years. So you cook some rice. From the same batch of rice, you get 2 jars. On one jar, you put the word love. On the other jar, you put the word hate. Okay? Simple as that. Cook some rice, get a couple of jars, put the same amount of rice in both jars, put the word love on one, hate on the other. Put them on a shelf, you leave them. Occasionally, You might go up and hold the love jar and give it some love and some gratitude and share cool things that you're thinking for that day. And you might have a really crappy day. So you hold the hate jar and you put all your energy into the hate jar and let go of all the negative thoughts that you've got. Occasionally you might do that, but largely you're just leaving these jars alone. Watch this. Oh, now I've got them in the wrong order because I was showing the VIPs. Okay, so deliberately she gave me the dates as well, bless her. So this is 30, and I'm on Instagram here, so I'm just going to have to pull the visual a couple of ways. So this, you can see it on Instagram as well, love and hate. Can you see it? 2 jars, cooked rice. One says love, one says hate. That's the start of the experiment on the 30th of July, 2020. Okay. 8 days later, roughly, 8 days later, it's just a label, guys. Love and hate. This is 8 days later. Can you see the black forming in the hate jar in basically 1 week? Okay. Next one is 25th of September. So we're basically, 5 or 6 weeks later. There's more black forming in the hate jar. Now remember, these are just labels. She shared with me this morning because I'm kind of like, what did you do with them? Like, did you talk to them every day? And she said largely they were just left on the shelf with the label on them. Occasionally, as I said before, she would, go up to the jar and, give it some love or give it some hate. But largely for 3 years, they've sat on the shelf. Okay. Now this is, so that's September 2020. This is October 2021. Have a look at it. Have a look at it. The love is still white rice. The hate has turned. Okay? And so I was messaging her yesterday and I said, have you still got those jars? Because I'm doing something on blah, blah, blah. And, your experiment, are you still doing it? She said, yeah, I've still got the jars there. I'll take a photo of today. So this is as of last night. So this is 3 years on. Obviously, the white rice is just going a little bit yellow. But have a look at the hate. Is that not phenomenal? Now, when I say to you, raise your frequency, change your frequency, change your life, these are just words. Everything you say, you think, creates a level of energy around it. So the energy that everything, you've probably heard it before, this is where it's getting a bit woo-woo, hang in there, those of you that don't know much about this, everything creates a vibration around it. Words create energy and vibration. So just the way you think, the way you speak, if you've got a low vibration, you're probably somebody who's a bit zapped of energy. You blame people for things that are happening around you. There's not a lot of self-responsibility. You might complain a lot. Woe is me. You're that kind of person that someone says, how are you today? Oh, I'm okay. That type of person is somebody with a really low frequency. So I'm fascinated by this stuff now. So I've done a lot of research about it and I'm watching all these videos and stuff like that. And there's a chart. I wrote it down. This is not very good. You're not going to see this, but these words here, I was writing it down from the video that I was watching. They're all the levels that we vibrate at. And the top one is enlightenment. The second one is peace. The third one is joy. Fourth one is love, acceptance, willingness, neutrality, that word, courage, pride, anger, desire, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, shame. Shame is right at the bottom, down the bottom. So if you've got shame and guilt and grief and fear, like fear is down there in the bottom. If you're driven by fear, fear about building your business, fear about anything, whatever, you're probably vibrating at a very low energy. So it's going to be really hard. This is what they talk about with your blocks. You just physically can't be amazing in your life and in your business and stuff like that when you vibrate at a really low energy. Okay, so the next question you're probably asking, so this video doesn't go forever, is, okay, I hear you, I'll take it in. I've learned something today, but how do I change it? Okay, so here's something, and I got to read from my notes because this is kind of new. Sorry. Sorry, are you still there? I hit the wrong button again. Sorry if I disappeared. So these are the kind of things that you want to think about, okay? These are the 5 key areas where if you've got a low vibration, that it'll affect the most. Love, wealth, money, relationships, your career, your business, and your health. That's all the main 5, don't you think? So if you're vibrating at a really low energy, then you're going to have problems in all these areas: love, wealth, relationships, career, and health. So we got to raise that vibration, okay, and raise that level of an energy that you have, okay? So 2 things are really important to look at is judgments and beliefs. Are you a judgy person? Do you look at somebody and go, oh, what are they wearing that for? Or how can they be successful? Or, oh, they just got lucky. Are you a judgy person? So judgments vibrate at a really low energy, and also your beliefs. Your beliefs play a big part of this. What do you actually believe to be true about yourself? Are you stuck in fear? Fear is really low in that ranking of vibration. Therefore, your energy is going to be low, you're vibrating low, and it's going to be really, really hard for you to be successful. Okay, so judgments and your beliefs, really important to be aware of so you can change them. Okay, so really high level of awareness around whether you're a judgy person, judging others, you're a gossipy person, or whether you're, a really, really positive person. That's awesome. But most people will, have doubts and lack of belief and things like that. So it's just a massive eye-opener that there's things that you need to work on if you know you're a bit judgmental and, deep down, that you have strong beliefs about lack of money or your ability to ever earn a lot of it. That's a belief, and you got to change that. So how we do that also, one of the things they said to be aware of, the lady that was doing this training that I was watching about this, I've watched a lot, but she said, be really aware of what you say after the word because. I couldn't do that because. What you say after the word because is a lot of your blocks, and it's a lot of where your vibration and energy are sitting because they're excuses, they're, life's getting in the way, or it's your beliefs, it's your judgment or whatever. So have a really good think about what you say after the word because. Okay, so that was another suggestion. So you're being really in tune with whether you're judgmental, you're being really in tune with what you actually believe, and be honest with yourself about that. Like, do you really, really believe that you can make a lot of money? Yes or no? Now, some of you might say yes, but subconsciously you've been brought up by a family that never had any money, and I bet you've got money issues, like things like that. Those kind of things you need to work through, okay? But everything is a choice. So you choose to stay there, or you can choose a higher vibration, and this is what this is all about. You can choose a higher vibration. And I'll share with you a YouTube video. I demonstrated it to the VIPs earlier, but I won't do that here. But I'll share with you something that you can research in a minute. So also, you got to be careful not to push the buttons. Things like joy is up the top. So the lady was saying, if you want to raise your vibration, you want to raise your energy, because joy was the third to the top. Go and have some more fun. Go and have some more fun. Be around people that make you feel good. Go out and be more social. Get out of your house. Have some more joy, things that make you, joyful. That's right up really high in raising your vibration. So that's a suggestion, to go and have some more fun. Go and have some more joy. Bless things and be grateful for things that are already in your life. So that's another suggestion. I hope you're writing these down, because these all help raise your vibration. Okay. So bless things that are already around you, because most people think of what you don't have. I don't have enough money. I'm not good looking enough. I'm not skinny enough. I don't have. Like, most people focus on the things that they don't have. Focus on the things that you already have in your world that you're really grateful for already. And say, I'm so grateful for my partner. I'm so grateful for the roof over my head. It's a proven fact that when you practice gratitude and you bring that gratitude in, your vibration actually raises. Okay. I just want to reiterate, these are words on a jar. My sister, Alison, said she hardly gave them any attention. They sat on a shelf. Look at the outcome of 2 words. Look up that water experiment that I told you about, and look at the different pictures of the molecules that came up just by a label. You think love, that's your outcome. You think hate, grief, fear, negative, that's your outcome. What outcome do you want for your life? What outcome do you want for your business? Raise your vibration just by the way that you think. This is all intention. But words have energy, have vibration, have frequency. So raise your frequency. Okay. Okay. There's so much more, but I've talked long enough as well. But be really, really mindful of the words and the thoughts, and be intentionally think about what it is that you want out of life, what it is that you don't have. Just your thoughts. If you, as I said in that diagram there, you think love, you think hate. If you got a lot of hatred for people, you got a lot of anger built up, you got a lot of blame happening around, whatever, you're vibrating at a very low energy, and you're going to end up like that. Is that what you want for yourself? So we got to get out of there and more into here. So positive thinking, positive thoughts, gratitude, and there are exercises that you can do. So I don't know if the same video will come up for you, but I found a video, and it's, the title of it is how to raise your frequency in 14. I'm pretty sure it was, now I'm second guessing myself, 11 minutes or 14 minutes. And you'll know if it's the right one. It's grey haired guy sitting on a mat, and he goes through 3 exercises, just breathing exercises that are proven to raise your level of vibration. Okay, by these breathing exercises. So I shared the actual exercises with the VIPs this morning, but we don't really have time to do that here. But if you go and Google, how do I raise my vibration through exercises in 11 minutes or 14 minutes, hopefully this guy's video will show up for you, and he shows you sort of how to do it and how to breathe through it as well. What I'm doing now is I'm starting small. So just a couple of minutes there's 3 exercises, 2 minutes each. So basically 6 minutes a day. Anybody can do 6 minutes a day. You can feel a little bit lightheaded with the breathing, but it's meant to help, along with these other things of, being intentional, thinking positively, changing your language around things like, I don't think I'll get there. I am working towards. I am going to make this happen. It all comes from your thoughts, and either you can have the white rice or the black rice. What do you want? It all comes from intention and your thoughts. Your thoughts create energy, which is a level of frequency, and it'll either be good for you or not so good for you. What do you want? I know I want the white rice. I want to raise my level of frequency, open up opportunities, make it easier for myself to achieve things, open doors for possibilities. And that can only happen when I raise my frequency, raise my energy. Okay. So what do you think about that? Is that still too woo-woo for you? Those of you that are here still listening, what do you think about that rice experiment? See some of your comments here. This is a super cool experiment. Super cool. Wow, crazy. Still here. Yeah, thanks, Laurie. I pushed the wrong button again. Lost you. My jars are made and Beth's already on it. She was on our VIP call earlier, which we only finished 30 minutes ago, and she's already got her jars ready and the rice is cooking. She's on it. So there's another thing, like do it in your own home to remind you, like I think it's great because you could do this and stick it on a shelf in your kitchen cupboard or whatever. This is a huge reminder in your face every day regarding frequency, your level of vibration, and how powerful just a word from love or hate can do. So you could do that rice experiment yourself, put it in your kitchen or put it on a shelf or something like that, and it's like a daily reminder of what that actually means in your life. Okay. Laurie's doing it already, started the rice thing already. Rice is cooked and labeling the jars now. My gosh. Awesome rice experiment. Yeah, Beth, you know me, give me an idea and I'll run with it. Well done. So I really hope that you get something out of this discussion today, because I really think there's something to this. There's that experiment that I just shared with you to prove that. It's mind-boggling. So you probably have no idea the impact of your thoughts and your words have on you physically, in your business, in your life. That's how powerful it can be. So just try to remember this: white rice or the black rice. What do you want? What do you want in your world? So I'm just encouraging you. Just Google it, look at it for yourself. Take it. Take this for what you will. But I think it's worth thinking about raising your vibration so you can raise your energy levels and attract some amazing people and some amazing things, and have an amazing business as well. It's really difficult to have an amazing business when you're vibrating really, really low. Okay, you're not going to attract those rock stars to your team if you're vibrating down here. If you're vibrating up here, you could have the potential to attract amazing things to your business and amazing people to your business. I think it's worth trying. What do you think? Okay, so I hope you found that interesting. Special thanks to my beautiful sister Alison for sharing those photographs with me with the dates on them and everything, and allowing me to share them with you. I really appreciate that from her. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman, that one. So thank you for joining me. So Clubhouse tomorrow, we're talking about getting organized for 2023, planning, ideas, strategies and stuff like that. So join us on Clubhouse tomorrow, and I'll be back live the next day. Coaching community members, you have to join me for this week's training. It's very important. And then I'll be talking about TikTok this week as well. So make sure you join me live in a couple of days' time at this time. Okay. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you on my next live. Bye.